Hello everyone, Michelle here from the Creative Cove. Thanks for joining me today. I'm back. I've been, um, well, not well. I had hip replacement about 3 years ago in both hips when I was about 46. And I recently well, not recently, maybe a year and a half, I've had some swelling in the one hip. So I finally went in, had surgery again, and it turned out to be an infection, some bacterial infection. So I've been in the hospital, and it's been a slower recovery than expected. But I'm back. You might see me, and I'm explaining this because as I'm drawing, you might see me shaking. I'm still on an IV type antibiotic that's fed through a line right now. You might hear a little pump going. So I'm still not 100% yet, but I'm definitely on the mend. So I just wanted to explain that to you. So if you see me trying to draw a straight line and it gets a little wiggly, it's just, I'm just, I'm not 100%. But I have been itching to be creative. I've been doodling a little bit in bed here while I'm recovering, and I wanted to share some little videos with you. So today we're going to do some doodles, Christmas themed. I've been in the Christmas mood, and I love doodling like this and playing with watercolor. So I like to kind of experiment with different style of painting or drawing. And I really love doing snowmen. I don't know why, but snowmen just make me happy. So I did a couple of different styles here, and I fell in love with this guy. I thought he was really cute. I love his little companions with the birds. And then I ended up doing a bunch more. So here he is rolling a snowball and sitting on a rock, skiing, holding some presents. A little gold in that one, which is really pretty. And decorating a Christmas tree. So I thought we could do some doodles today. I'm not sure what we're going to doodle. Well, we're definitely doodling him, but I'm not sure what he's going to be doing. So I probably should have thought about that before I decided to start the camera. But I think they're just so cute and fun, and I find it very therapeutic to draw this sort of thing and decorate it. And they make really cute little Christmas cards, or you can turn it into a decoration. You can do tags, whatever you like. So let's start with doodling him. What should we do? Maybe we'll have him. Let's see, maybe we'll have him holding Christmas lights or something. Let's try that. Okay, so I start with this guy. I start with a kind of a fun shaped hat here. So you can slow me down or speed me up, whatever you want to do to draw along with me. And I kind of make this hat a little bit old and beaten up. So it's not a super nice top hat. And then he has a little head. And then underneath that head is the scarf. So I give a little bit of a neck here. So in order to draw this, make it a little bit realistic, you want to make sure you're curving the line. So if you go straight here, it's not going to give the impression it's wrapping around his neck, which is what we want. So just kind of start with where I want the scarf. And then I give him his body. So he's not a traditional shaped snowman, this guy. He's got a vest on for starters. So I give him a little vest. And I just made him up. I just really was sketching along. See, there's that wiggly line I was talking about. It's just my hand in this antibiotics I'm on. I'm a little bit shaky. And then I give him these legs, which I thought were really cute because, snowmen don't have legs. They just have these traditional round snowballs. But I thought I would make him a little bit different. So I draw the line down like this, and then I wrap a line around, which is the top of his boot. I do a little narrow channel. Then I just do a top over and the bottom, and there's his boot. You can put laces in his boots, whatever you want to do. Now I want to go back to his scarf. I'm just using a standard HB pencil. This is a mechanical pencil, and just an eraser here. And just kind of cleaning up those lines a little bit. So here I want to erase the top of the scarf because I want to put the scarf folded over. So you can see you want to make sure you curve it up and over and down like this. And it should be, this line should be higher than the top of the scarf because it's folding over his scarf, the wraparound part. And then you could put the other end tucked behind if you want. I'm going to give him some buttons because snowmen need buttons. And then he has little stick arms. So what do we want to do? Let's do a arm going out like this. And then maybe one bent here, holding some lights down here. Just little sticks. So now I like to put his face in. So I'm going to put his nose this way, a little carrot. He's got two little tiny eyes. And then he's got this kind of curly Q smile. And that's him. I like to add his little companion. So they're just kind of a cute little implication of a bird shape. They're not really a detailed bird by any means. So something like that, maybe a little fatter body. And they're always with him. And then just really just kind of giving him a beak like that. It kind of looks more like a fish. But I mean, they're just kind of a shape of a bird, not really a, you know, like when you look at them, you think, okay, that's a bird, but not really a specific bird, so to speak. And then the other one maybe we'll put facing us right here. So a little beak towards us, and you can just see his tail. He's just sitting on his hat. Let's do some lights now. So I'm just going to do a curly line like this. I break it where I want it behind his hand, so we can go in front on this side and behind on the other side. Swoop it down here, drape it over this hand, and maybe down here like this, and then a plug. Yeah, I'm pretty shaky. So I think I'll change this to draping down this side like here. And then I'll double that line to make the wire a little thicker. So over the hand and then behind the stick on the back end, in front of his body here. And then it's going to go over this hand and then down. So this is a bit thick in here. We'll thin that out. And then I just play with characters and things, activities that he's doing. And it's really fun to draw that. At least I think so. All right, and then another plug on this end. So now we'll do the light bulbs. And I just put them kind of wherever I want, really. It is just a hand drawing. It's supposed to be fun and colorful and whimsical and Christmassy. And you could put fun captions in your cards or in your journals. You know, something sarcastic or funny or traditionally Christmas. I like doing doodles too where he's in situations where he shouldn't be. So like in a hot tub or something, you know, snowman in a hot tub or snowman drinking hot chocolate. Kind of a funny concept. So I'm just doing little light bulbs. Not overly concerned about them being perfect. Just doodling. Relaxing, letting my imagination decide what to draw. All right, so that's kind of cute. Let's put some color in them. So before I put color in them, actually, I like to sketch them out in the Micron. So this is an archival waterproof ink, and it's a 0.3 size. So it's a decent size nib. And this won't get ruined with the watercolor. So I do like to pre-sketch this, and then I can get rid of the pencil. And then we'll watercolor. So we'll just doodle him back in. I really enjoyed making these. And for some reason, he really appealed to me. I think it was just the little birds and the companionship of those little birds when I sketched them out. I also like the other snowman, but this one I was really drawn to him. I thought he was really cute. All right, unplug here. Now you could of course draw this straight in ink, save you a lot of time, but there were some adjustments I knew I was going to have to make, so I did him in pencil first. See, I'm even having difficulty tracing my lines right now. It's funny when you're in a situation where you don't get to be creative for a while. It really messes with me mentally. I get frustrated. So I was really weak for a while, and I wasn't able to concentrate or anything. And it made the recovery even longer, I found, after surgery, because I wasn't able to be creative. That's how often I like to paint, and it's just part of who I am, I guess. But on the road to recovery now, which is good news. So pay attention here on your lines of what crosses in front and what crosses in back. Kind of have to visualize the wire in your head, because if you have lines crossing over each other, it ruins the illusion. So this stick is in front, his finger here, and these guys are in back. It's a bit small to see, but I think you can zoom in a little bit. And just do the light bulbs again. I'm excited for Christmas this year. I know it's only November, but the way I see it is I like to get kind of a head start on my Christmas cards or my decorations, my journals. I was thinking I might make a few journals for gifts this year. And I wanted to include some ephemera like this where they can just add in what they want, where they want to add it. Lines for the boots here. Okay. Draw the little birdie. All right, let's just erase really quick so we can clean it up, and then we'll paint it. I gotta come up for a name. Something to name him. Let me know if you can think of anything that that kind of suits him. So I have my craft ammo brush here, which is a number. Let me just get the number here. Number 1. And this I've been using a lot, so it's pretty beaten up. And then I have my MeiLaing watercolor paint set, the 52 set. I did a product review not too long ago on this, and I really enjoy these paints. So I've been using them quite a bit, as you can see. So I'm just going to use this red. I'm not going to go through the color palette because, you know, when you're painting your own, you're going to pick your own colors anyways. But just a red here. And this isn't really a huge watercolor lesson so much, or tutorial. This is more kind of like a paint by numbers sort of deal. So I really just have fun painting him in. I'll add a saturation of color there, and then I'll come back with some water and just kind of flush it out a little bit. And my watercolor again is not very neat right now because I am shaky, but it's still a lot of fun to do. I can't help myself. I gotta paint. All right, so I've got some blacks going on here. It's a bit of a greeny black on this one. And it's not a dark black, which I really like. It's more of a soft, kind of rustic black with a bit of green in it. And I'm just gonna wet this area here. Kind of add a little bit of more saturation of color in. Let's make sure I'm in frame here. As it's wet, kind of give it a little bit of a velvety texture. And his brim is that color too. Same thing, just adding a little bit of texture in. I want to kind of create that velvety vibe. I did forget one thing, which is the stripes in his vest. So he's wearing kind of like a tartan style vest. So I'm going to put that in with lines first. And I do follow the contour of the body. So he's round, like me. Though I have lost some weight recently. And I'm just going to put some lines in. And then again with the contouring. So he's round. So I'm going to curve these lines a little bit. And he's got this nice little rustic vest on. I think it's kind of fun to dress your snowman. So 3 lines. There we go. I just didn't want to forget to do that. Oh, it's also in his hat. So he's got a couple lines in his hat. Same fabric wraps around his hat here. Again with the contouring, don't just go straight across. Curve the line a little bit, and it helps a little bit look a little bit more realistic. I'm just going to put the same color in his boots. So behind his leg. Nice and loose. I don't want it to be perfect. It's not my style anyways. You can take your time if it's your style, of course. I got this really pretty olive green that I love to use. It's a very subtle green, which I like. So he's wearing kind of green tights. And his vest is green. So I just throw that color in nice and loose. I'm not worried about painting the whole vest. I just want to kind of imply he's wearing a green vest here. So you see how loose it is? And he's got the green fabric on his hat. I'll let that dry a bit. I'm going to go into some blues here. Just this soft, make it very, very watery. So I just want to put a little indication of a shadow in the snowball area. So the snow has a little bit of shade to it, just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna put the birds back in. They're red as well, little cardinal types. My brush is starting to get pretty beaten up. I'm gonna have to go with another number, I think. I have used this brush a lot. All right, there's the birdies. Let's paint the bulbs. So let's do a couple of red ones. You can see how much fun this is and pretty relaxing it is. You can put as much detail or as little detail as you want. You can make it as, you know, perfect looking, or you can make it very loose. You could tape this off as well, which is something I normally do, and then also wash the background if you want. Let's put a blue bulb in. A couple of blues. And then we'll do maybe yellow. I love the yellow. That's pretty. And then a green. I like traditional Christmas colors when I decorate. I like the red, green, and white color scheme. I'm drawn to that. I have gone outside my usual traditional colors sometimes, but I'm always drawn back to those traditional colors. I'm going to paint the wire now. It's going to drop in a little bit of green. So you can see the colors bleed here, which I really like. Plug. You can do this brown or black as well. Any color you want. There. And then I take a little bit of brown for his arms, because they're sticks. So you can see it's not really a lot of technique here. It's really just painting in those shapes that you've drawn. which is fun. And there he is. I might put a little bit more interest in his vest here. Just saturate the color in a few spots. Just kind of make it a little bit more fabric looking. Can intensify the color of his vest as well, if you, his hat and boots as well. If you want a little bit more contrast in that, a little bit darker. And of course we need the orange for his nose. I'll put his nose in there. There we go. We can do his buttons. I think we'll do his buttons. It's a little bit darker. And then I like to give him a little bit of shadow that he's standing on. So just a little bit of a wash here. Sort of like a wet on dry technique. It's just to ground him a little bit. And there he is. He's cute. At least I think so. I like to give him kind of little stars or snowflakes just to kind of reinforce that cartoony, whimsical vibe. You can do dots and snowflakes, whatever you want. That's him there. I really enjoy painting him. You want to do another one? Let's do another one. Don't give you much choice. What should we do this one? What do snowmen do? Should we, I'm trying to think what we could do with him. Let's get him holding something. So maybe some twigs and berries. Okay, so let's maybe put him sitting down too. I haven't done him sitting down yet. So let's do some cross legs maybe. So I gotta figure this out. So I'm just sketching it until I figure out what it is, how his legs should look. So I'm gonna start with his bottom half of his body here. And then the scarf, and his head. And then his brim. His hat. And then let's do his knees. Okay, so I'm trying to think how cross-legged looks. So we have a knee coming up, and then we'll have another leg in front with a knee coming up. And then a boot. Does that look right? No, don't like that. It hides too much of his vest. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it so that his legs are straight and his boots are facing us. So we don't see his leg. We'll just have his boots. And that way we see a little bit more of his body. Something like that. And then we'll put the vest behind. This vest goes past his body a little bit. And then we'll put the scarf in. Remember, it comes up and over the top and wraps around his neck. So you're gonna, so see how the line's going down here? It doesn't look as realistic as if the line gets curved up around his head. So it curves up and then down. And it just feels like it's really wrapped around his neck there. We'll put the, I'm facing this way this time. And his little curly Q smile. Okay, so we'll put him holding something. So let's get his arm out and an elbow. And his stick hands to start. Kind of get a feel for where we want to put everything. Again, this is just doodling. It's just sketching it out, trying to get a feel for it. Okay, that's kind of cute. Curve his hat a little softer. See how I'm wiggling here? Can't do a straight line very well right now. And then we can do the berries coming out like this. So he's holding some twigs. And we got some berries going. And then we have to figure out where his friends are going to be. So he's going to be sitting here in the snow. And we can put one of the birds on the berries. And then we could put one maybe on the ground here, sitting beside him. So you can see very primitive type shapes. That's cute. I like that. Okay, now I'm gonna do it in the pen. I wish I had neat handwriting, because then you could write some really cute, you know, Merry Christmas in the cursive writing that people can do. Or not cursive, but calligraphy. It's so pretty, calligraphy. I've never been able to do it, and I have practiced. It's just not my jam, but I do admire it. So again, I break the line there because his arm is in front of him. I'm going to break this line because his foot is in front of his vest. So those kind of details, while you're sketching, really make a difference. Give him a little texture on his boot here, a little tread, a little bit of a heel. And we'll go down the other side of his vest. And his butt sitting on the floor. Let's draw his arm in. And you can kind of give these some pretty gnarly shapes because they are sticks. And I'm going to do one here, do one here, and then his other hand. And the rest of his vest. The other side of his scarf and his buttons. And then his decoration for his vest. So you can design your own little character. You know, just sketch a few things. Look for inspiration from other designers type thing, other people's work, and kind of get some ideas of the shapes of snowmans and stuff. It's fun. You build your own little character. So if you could think of a name for him, let me know what he should be called. I'm not going to draw the berries in because I like to paint those on their own. I'm just going to erase everything here. Okay, and then let's paint them. Oops, I forgot the lines going this way on the vest. So I'm gonna try and have these ready on my Etsy shop before this video goes out. May or may not happen, depending how I feel. If you're interested in purchasing the images and using them either for a reference or in your creative journaling or Christmas cards, whatever you want to use them for, I have been falling behind on my Etsy shop. For good reason. I haven't been doing too well, but I'm trying to get back into it again. I do like creating stuff. It's quite a bit of work running the Etsy shop. Making sure that your digitals are print okay and they scan okay, and if you're not tech savvy like me, it can be a battle. And I am not tech savvy. But I will try and have these guys ready if you're interested. Otherwise, just paint along with me and create your own, because it is a lot of fun. Just gonna, again, dab some more black, kind of let it dry in that fun way that creates this kind of fabric looking texture. Got a hair here. There we go. A little bit more intensity in that color. Just dropping it in, so wet on wet. I'm gonna throw it in his boots. So you can see it's just so fun to paint once you've done the drawing. And once you've got a design that you like, that you've created and a character, you can draw them doing anything you want. Okay, I think I'm going to paint the greenery on the twigs first so I don't get too distracted by the vest. So let's do just over top of this line here. And then I'm going to put some berries in. So I'm basically kind of deciding where I want things as I'm painting. You, of course, can sketch them out beforehand if you're more comfortable with that. But again, these are just doodles, so if I don't like this one, it just goes in the scrap pile kind of thing. I don't want to stress. I want to just enjoy the process. And just have fun creating something whimsical. So when this dries, I will draw the black lines back to the twig. So it looks like these berries are actually attached to something. Let's put a little bit more green, maybe some leaves. And again, I'll trace those out in black just so that the image is consistent. Okay, and let's do his vest. Oops, wrong green. Just want that olive green. So you do want to, if you want it nice and neat, you want to make sure that the color dries in between. So nothing gets all, it doesn't get all muddy and bleeding into each other, the colors. Ooh, that's a lot. Just gonna drop it in there. Nice hat. Take a little bit of that off. So just kind of removing as much as I can. Okay, a little orange, blue, I mean, for his snow body. A little bit more saturated than that one, but that's okay. And then we'll put some blue on the bottom where he's sitting here. Just wash it out a bit. I like to put a little bit at the bottom just to kind of ground him. Kind of give it so he's not just floating on the page. I think I'll go a little bit more saturated on the scarf. A bit more richer color in the scarf, the birds. Again, just soften it with some water. Wanted a little more red and a little less pink. Same with the birds. Go a little bit richer in color on the birds. And there's carrot nose. I used to love building snowmen with my boys when they were little. It was so much fun. Brings back memories. Maybe that's why I like the snowmen, painting and drawing snowmen so much. There we go. So that's that. So there's two. So you can see you can take something, a quick design that you come up with, a little character after sketching a few different ideas, and just make them do anything you want. Make them, build them into little characters that are doing activities. So there's two. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Hopefully I'll be filming some more and I'll be feeling much better. And let me know if there's anything you would like to see on this channel, painting wise or drawing wise, especially for the holidays, because it's nice to get a head start because it's here before you know it. Just outlining these berries a little bit. Put them on the little sticks here, just so it looks like he's actually holding them. There we go. So let me move them a little closer maybe so you can see. And have fun with it. Have fun doodling. Again, here's a couple of different snowmen. So this guy gave him mitts and a traditional body shape. This guy got a full coat. So you just really have fun with these sketches and doodles. You know what I did forget? His character always has this little kind of sprig that comes out of his hat. So I'm just going to add that in before I forget. And you could cut these up and make them into cute little Christmas cards. Don't forget to sign your work. Always sign your work. It's work. It's you know, stuff that comes from you personally. Nobody else can do it like you can. So have fun skiing. Have fun sketching. Have fun playing with watercolor. And if you like it, please hit the subscribe button. And we'll see you again soon, everyone. Take care. Bye.